Hey y'all. Okay. Hey y'all. Okay, well, I wasn't trying to create a short. How y'all doing? How's everyone doing? Just leaving the gym. Let me put my jewelry back on too. I think about it before I get back home. The fight comes on tonight. Are y'all watching the fight? If you're catching the replay, please comment replay. Uh-oh. Only found one ring. I got my earring. Oh, hold on. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just leaving the gym. Hope all is well. Happy Saturday. Just left the gym. About to pick my son up some. Uh-oh, that's not the right earring. Pick my son up some chicken tenders because the fight is tonight. Hey, Eunice, how are you? Hey, Tammy Brown, what's going on? How are y'all doing? I'm looking for my other ring. I took it off. Oh, there it is. Before I went in the gym. I get in trouble. All right, let's go. How are y'all doing? What's going on? Make sure y'all like the. Ooh, finger is on swole, I guess. Okay. Make sure y'all like the. Ooh, there we go. Make sure y'all like the live. I know y'all said, God, no. How many times is she gonna say it? So, y'all see the title. There is no thumbnail because I'm actually just going live from my phone. But yeah, you guys see the ugly side of social media when the content creator becomes the content. What do y'all think about that? Is that fair? Is that fair or is it wrong? I don't know if I should go to. Oh, I told him I was going to get PDQ, so I'm gonna get PDQ. So yeah, I don't know. So Peach has not been posting. Peach stated that she did get her TikTok back. So I don't know if she's posted on TikTok, but I know she did post that a little quick short, which I think she might have just been being funny about whether she got her page back. But I know there's been some videos made about some content creators, some reaction pages on TikTok. And this is when I say it's the ugly side of social media. You know, you can become the content. I don't know if you guys watched Missy Vaughn's last live that she recently did. I had watched it today or whatever, and I was just like, dang, she dropped some gems in there about, just being mindful. And that's why I say you have to be careful of what you share, especially as a reaction page. When you get up here and talk about people, you have to make sure you have thick skin and you're ready for them to turn and talk about you, especially when you decide to show your life. So we know there's a lot of community guidelines changing on social media, and a lot of those guidelines are basically you will have to pretty much show who you are. So, you know, it's it's gonna be, I feel some things are definitely gonna change. We're gonna see in October some, reaction pages, I believe, will no longer be reaction pages, will no longer even be pages. um I think the reaction sector is going to be, I don't think it's going to be as big anymore. I think people are going more towards the podcast way. um So it should be interesting. But how do you guys feel when some of your favorite reaction pages become the content? Um, Like I said, I don't know if you guys watch Miss Yvonne's live, but she really went into detail about how, a person would sit up there and it gives you something to think about. You sit up there and talk about what Peach McIntyre is not doing, but you still have to look at yourself. And that's why back in December, January, I had to I took a break from covering Peach because I really had to get myself together. I was carrying dead weight and I had to get myself together. And not saying I have it all together now where I could talk about her, but it is something to think about when it consumes you. You cannot let one person consume you on social media. Um, and if Yvonne, she did definitely drop some gems in that live. And, the economy is very different right now. Um, what just happened with the guy in, was it Utah? Yeah, Utah. So things are going to be very different of what platforms are going to push you know so we all have to be mindful of what we put out there, how we speak on people, tearing people down because of their looks. You can talk about somebody's actions and not agree with it, but when it starts being that you tearing somebody down from physical, it kind of makes it be like, okay, now what's really going on? Like, why do you really, it looks like you really hate this person and you really don't know this person to hate them. Um, so we all just gonna have to be very mindful for what's to come, especially if you want to continue to utilize. Oh, I forgot. This is the road I got a ticket on last time. Let me slow my happy hips down. Especially if this is the platform you want to let him go by me. Utilize to make income. You got to be very, very careful. And I think sometimes, we get very comfortable on here because it does feel like sometimes it is a FaceTime conversation. And that's what you just got to be very mindful. You got to be mindful, especially if it is your means of income. We see how easily, even though, it was a $1,600 app, but we see how easily, um, when it is taken away, how it can change things. Um, and then you have to be mindful of what you share about you and your kids. Because are you showing up to kids 100%? You have to post it if you choose not to, but just be mindful that you are being the best version of or bettering yourself, before you consume about somebody else. Making sure that you are the best daughter, the best grandmother, the best auntie, the best cousin, the best, employee, showing up for yourself before this consumes you. You know what I just thought about? It's 8:30. He might be getting Zaxby's. PDQ might have ate. Oh, I forgot. I forgot. Have to be, and then when you start following something and it messes with your mental, you gotta be like, you gotta know when to cut it off. I know, I get it. You know, it's hard to cut it off because hell, that's how you make your money. And that's why you got to start pivoting. You have to start pivoting. If you know this is consuming you in a negative way and you have other things that you need to be working on. And I know people will say, oh, well, it doesn't consume me. It doesn't take long to make a video. But when you let something fester, you know what I'm saying? You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. Because we can't put out, a lot of negative content and want other people who put out negative content to be, taken down. I don't know. For large content creators, I'm hoping this is a sign. And then it's also like, dang, the agenda social media pushes. When you really sit back and look at what is out there, you would just be like, wow. That is crazy. Like the agenda, like when you really go on a $1,600 app and see what is actually being pushed, you would be so shocked. You'd be so shocked. Okay.
Hi there.
Hey.
Can I get a name?
Nicole.
All right. Whenever you're ready.
Yes. Can I get a 4-piece meal? No, let me do a 3-piece meal.
3-piece crispy, good or spicy?
Crispy.
Fries and a drink?
Yes.
And what's the drink choice?
Yeah, Coke.
Yes, ma'am. We have a Coke freestyle machine.
Okay. Yeah, let me do a Coke.
A Coke?
And then
large fry, large drink?
Huh?
Large fry,
Yeah.
large drink?
And then let me do honey mustard, and I want an extra honey mustard.
Price me the extra 29 cents. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. What else can I get for you?
And do you guys have the chocolate cake here or no?
No, we don't.
You don't have it here?
We only have milkshakes and cookies, and our cookies are actually really good.
Oh, okay.
We have a red velvet chocolate chunk. That's our seasonal.
A red velvet. Okay, let me get one of those.
Red velvet chocolate
Yeah.
chunk. Yes, ma'am. All right, so I have 3 crispy tenders with honey mustard, fries, and a Coke, and then an extra honey mustard, and then a seasonal cookie. Just so you know that we're dropping everything fresh, so it might be around an 8 to 10 minute wait. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, do you have repeated key rewards?
No.
Price me $14.80.
Thank you.
Let me grab that cookie for you.
Thank you.
And they're pretty big cookies as well.
Oh, okay. He'll like that. Nice size cookie for him, y'all.
All right, it'll be the second one.
Okay. Thank you. You too. That's a nice size cookie. He'll enjoy that. But yeah, they're definitely cleaning up social media. And you can't complain about them cleaning it up because that's what you truly wanted, right? Okay. That's what you truly wanted. You wanted them to get all that stuff off of there, right? So then when they're taking it off, we have to make sure that we're not negatively putting things out there. So I don't know. I don't know. But how do you guys feel? If you watch the live, go ahead and watch it. They claim they want to clean it up. If they start cleaning it up, then if people can't adjust to clean it up, correct? Yeah, I think so.
Nicole?
Yes.
There you go. And
This is a large?
it wasn't rung up as a large. I can get you a large.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry about that.
She's rung it up large fry and large Coke. Okay, that's what it was supposed to be.
Hey, for Nicole, make it a large fry. So I didn't
Okay, thank you. No problem. They're so nice here. I love great customer service. Did I say large? I thought I did, but maybe not. Okay. He's just pouring it in there. Okay, that's fine. But anyway, so yeah, everyone has to change their type of content and just do better. Do better.
Did you get the cookie?
Yes, I got the cookie. Thank you so much. Uncle Wayne, can I treat you to some French fries? Sure. Okay, thank you. And this is Coke, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And there you go.
Okay, thank you so much. You too. Good, we made it there. So my son will be happy with that. PDQ. He can play with the chicken, and then my little nephew will be happy. Everybody gonna be happy. So there. All right. Yeah, becoming the content. I know because that's basically Peach became the content. Tempest became the content. And Tempest and Bruce, it kind of makes you feel like, dang, social media, why are you pushing them? Because they show a lot of DV. Like, that's the crazy part, too, what social media pushes. They endorse the train wrecks. They love to see the train wrecks, the disasters, and that's what they push out. And then people like to see the train wrecks. A lot of us over here like to see the positive content. We wanted to see, Peach win when she was taking care of children and doing all the, just trying to make it and come up and get off Section 8 and everything like that. Everybody was very proud and like that. Um, but then when you start seeing people not take care of their kids properly, and I'm not even talking about Peach and Ekane. I'm talking about when you have people like uh grip baby. You have some filthy living conditions on the $1,600 app. You have some parents that look like they haven't wiped down anything on the kitchen, the kid. I mean, it's just a mess. And that's why people on the $1,600 app don't understand why people call CPS on Peach, because Peach and E. Kane are looked at like one of the better parents compared to what you have on that app. But that is what they push. They push it, and then it's crazy because you're on a platform making money to better yourself, because a lot of that filth and stuff you will see on the FYP, everything like that. That's why I say they push that type of content. That's not screen recorded and stuff like that. They push that. They love that. Grip shows up on my FYP, and I'm like, well, dang. So she getting paid almost $6,000 a month for somebody that's on Section 8, or, receiving all types. That's pretty decent for all five of her kids and everything like that. But you don't utilize it right. She has a problem. And it's been reported that she has a problem, and their social media still pushes it out. She done lost her page. People went back and followed it more. Why? Because people like a train wreck. People like it. Why do you think Zeus is one of the larger networks out there promoting reality TV? Look at all the toxic bad girls. People like that. People like to tune in and see women fighting each other. So, yes, it's great that, Peach is banned. It's sad because she didn't get the wake up call, but we still have a problem within just the United States. Social media, the mental of people and what they actually enjoy watching. Bought followers or not. Let's say 50% of her followers on TikTok were bought. So that's still 500,000 crazy ass people still decided to follow Peach McIntyre, even if it's on all through all her platforms. That's crazy. So yes, she's banned. Do they get on Bad Girls Club? Look at Natalie Nunn. Look how the girls are fighting to get on that show. Young, impressionable young girls fighting on to fight each other all season long. To come back home with missing teeth, lumped up, and everything. That's crazy. But this is what people enjoy. This is what pushing. The demonic music people listen to. We. So her being banned is just, one thing about, but it's truly bigger than that. She thought she was bigger than the program. Her mom is thinking she's bigger than the program. But social media, and then brands worth the damn, they're not gonna want to promote on those, on these platforms if it's just some BS. Because are those people even having the money to buy your stuff? So it's going to be we're going to see a lot of changes in October. We're going to see a lot of changes on social media in October, I feel, after, like I said, what happened in Utah, um, just what's going on with the mental capacity and it's a lot going on in society. A lot of stuff is getting by too because we are distracted by foolishness. Like that young, just it's a lot going on. It is a lot. Like people like Candace Owens needs to be saved. People with large platforms that speak different type of rhetoric, whether it's rhetoric you agree with, rhetoric you don't agree with, that person still needs to be mindful. A lot of these podcasters, they go on tours and stuff like that. Hell, that might Peach wasn't going. Not saying somebody was going boom boom, but fight. You don't want to put yourself in those type of. No, you definitely don't. You definitely don't want to put yourself in those type of predicaments. And it's being very mindful. I don't know. And then I'm still wondering, like, did she get her page banned because so many people reported it? Like, I still have like a lot of, like, I want to call TikTok, like, and be like, hey, or $1,600 app, sorry YouTube, don't be mad at me, but I want to say, like, hey, what's really going, what really happened, because it really makes no sense to me, which it probably won't, you know. People are saying it's because of the comment she's made, but she has said a lot more foul. To me, I mean, that was a foul comment. Don't get me wrong. It was very, very, you know, dark, dark. But she has said a lot of dark stuff. Um, she has promoted a lot of sexual behavior. This shit needs to be studied. Like, wait, what's going on? What's going on? And then like all her pages. So I wonder if Wood's page was never Wood's page. Was that hooked to her social security number? That might have never been Wood's page. Because if they took that too, I don't know. People were saying it's the IP. I don't know. I'm like, what, child? You know, everyone has a speculation of why it was banned. And I personally think until the $1,600 app comes out with a statement, hell, we will never know why she was truly banned. She said she was on her final warning, but she's such a liar. I don't know. I just feel like it's so much worse going on. There's a whole content creator on there, his name, whatever, is Dookie Hana, and Dookie Hana was on live. She battles a lot to get money, like battles all day. Well, on live one night, decided to get butt ass booty naked, twerking, everything. I mean, you're seeing the front, you know, the front of a male wanting to be a woman in some red heels. They didn't ban that. And I'm just, that's why I'm just like, wait, it's a certain narrative they are pushing on social media. There's a certain narrative, and if you are on that $1,600 app, you will truly see the narrative that they are pushing. If you see who sits there and battles all day long, battles all day long, and people are actually sitting in the comments and gifting these people, taking their hard-earned money. These people are talking to them reckless, telling them, we need a gun, we need a diamond, we need this, we need this, we need this, a money, like all this kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm trying not to say it either, but it's like that app over there is crazy what they push. I'm really like, And then it's like they say, you know, you can no longer over there ask for CAs or beg or all that kind of stuff. But you have them, it's like I see what Peach was talking about. You're okay with them begging for gifts because you get a percentage of it. You're not okay with them begging for CAs because you get nothing from it. You're not okay with, so you rather somebody spend $20 on a gift to send these bums than send them $20 through CA. And I know that's how YouTube works as well. They rather people send super chats and stuff like that so they can get their cut. But to me, it comes to a certain point where you have to cut this foolishness out. Like if I see somebody sitting in a car all day long, going live as I'm in a car on live, but I'm driving to my next destination. Seeing someone sit in a car live all day long for 8 hours, I feel like the app should cut their ASSs off. Like, it should be like a time limit. Like, what? You sitting there begging all day, battling, not dropping any type of entertainment, not dropping any type of education, not doing anything. Not doing anything. And that's okay. Like, those are the type of people I feel need to be banned. You have all day, you have on that $1,600 app, you have men sitting in wigs all day battling, being messy, sitting in bonnets, being messy. Like, it's something that needs to be looked at. Hey, if you guys are new here, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. If you are a woman over the age of 18 and you're looking to start preparing for 2026, please go to the community post, and there is a group on Facebook that you guys can get into for free for the month of September. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at things just different, even with her page being blocked, I mean banned. And I don't say that it should not, whatever like that, but it's just like the narrative that they are pushing. Long as they are getting a cut of it, they don't care. They don't care. These people will rather battle all day than go ahead and use some of that money you battle with and order some items off a TikTok shop and make a video, the $1,600 shop, whatever. Make a video promoting that, like promoting those items. Like, do something where you're putting some type of effort. Like, oh, I don't know. You just see what, the fighting. Like, we all know social media pushes out toxic, but this YouTube is, I feel they don't push it out as much. IG, I feel like your explore page you can really control. Like, I see a lot of fitness videos. But when you scroll the live feed on that $1,600 app, it is just like, y'all ain't got no, what do you mean? What is going on? You don't see as many people begging, but they're begging, like I said, in a different way now. They're begging in a different way now. They're begging more so where the $1,600 app will get a cut of it. I'm sorry, y'all. This road's so raggedy. Oh, Jacksonville, do better. Do better. Oh my God. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, y'all. I don't know, but thank y'all for riding with me. Hello, Robert. How are you? I hope all is well with you. Everyone, go ahead and like the video. Make sure you subscribe. My goal by October 1st is to have 3,000 subscribers. We are up to 2,900, and I know I have to do my part. I did order a juicer and a new Ninja blender to start making some different items or whatever. So I do have those items to open. And I say, you know what? I think when I open them, I'm going to go live or I'm going to make a video. I don't know. It depends. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, it just starts making me look at it different. Like, that's why I don't, even though the Henrys, might get on my nerves, I don't mind them because they do control what they put out there and stuff like that. Divas in Dementia, I like her page. I follow them on TikTok and I just saw her on YouTube. My Dysfunctional Family with Miss Kim is another toxic one that's over here. I used to see them on the $1,600 app, my bad, and now I see them on YouTube, and I'm just like, wow. But Raising K's, the Henrys, I enjoy seeing families, being able to make big moves, upgrading their lives. I enjoy that. I really do like that type of content. I don't have any hate in my blood. I love that. But when you just acting reckless, but then when I see social media pushes that, it's just, of course, they're going to act more reckless. Hell, we know they're not, working with a, all their marbles or whatever. So of course, and then if you realize too, oh, let me act the ass. I'm gonna make a big bag, big bang. You know. Plus with the mental health aspect, yeah, it's just I don't know. So I'm hoping, she still makes money on YouTube. I know some people are going to be like, well, why are you hoping she still make money on YouTube? Because, hell, I don't want my tax dollars to, help her ass. Shoot. It's a lot of damn Medicaid, a lot of damn food stamps in the state of Florida. And the way the president finna do it, it's gonna be the state that picks how to fund it and stuff. So after the big beautiful bill, it's the state that controls that funding. So yeah, she's in the state of Florida. I live in the state of Florida. So yeah, I like her to still make a little bit of coin so I won't have to take care of all them damn children, her and Wood. So yeah. Yeah, let's make it. Hopefully she learned her lesson, but did she know? This is the way she operates. We see her mother endorses this behavior. So this is how they this is how they grew up. I thought I was going to whatchamacallit house. This is how they grew up. So this is the behavior. And I wanted to know, is Miss Tracy still working? I know she's selling plates and stuff, but child, just a hot mess. I guess she'll open a restaurant soon, take some of her YouTube money. But I saw her live on the $1,600 app. I said, oh, she said, shit, y'all don't want my daughter, y'all gonna get me now. I saw her live cooking on the $1,600 app. I said, oh, wow, okay. Hmm. So the fight starts at 9, but the main event is at 11. So we'll be good. We'll be good. I gotta go home and get dressed. I was, like I said, going to do the video and stuff tonight to open my juicer and um my new Ninja, but I don't think I'm gonna have time. I don't think I'm gonna have time because it's already 9 o'clock. No, I'm not gonna have time. I'm not gonna have time. If I go ahead and start doing that, boy, you talk about somebody gonna be looking at you like you crazy. Like, why would you even start doing that right now? Oof, why would you do that? I think I'm gonna get up and go to the gym in the morning. I got a busy day tomorrow. I got meetings. My son has an eye appointment. He has horse therapy, so I have a busy day. Yeah. Y'all, I'm gonna drive. I drive this city every day. Every day we drive this city. We see one side to the other. I done crossed about 4 zip codes. Cross 4 zip codes. Shoot. That's that Duval. One of the largest cities land-wise. Not one of the largest cities land-wise. Jacksonville, Florida. Duval. Yeah, everyone, make sure you guys don't say the TT app over here. Say in the comments, say the $1,600 app, because that's how much Miss Peach McIntyre was making on that app. I'm trying not to say it, but let's not say it in the comments. I know it's all new, so I'll keep reminding you. Thank you, Pepper, for reminding everyone. But and I'm, obviously I do apologize. I'm not reading y'all comments right now because I am driving and I'm focused on the road. So, but I don't know. So I wouldn't be too upset, to be honest with you, even if they go ahead and ban the whole app itself. I don't know. I just think because it isn't that they don't show that to in China. They don't show this type of stuff to their people. And I just think mentally what's going on in the world, maybe it is time to let that app just go. Maybe I'm getting older. I don't know. It's just when you really start looking at stuff and your children being in school and what they have access to, even though you might not allow it at home. But like I said, when they're in school around their peers and stuff, it just shows a lot. That is not a real censored. I'm not saying we need censored, but hell, people ain't raising their children and letting their children put any and everything on the app. Adults are putting any and everything on the app. It's just crazy. People are letting their children get on the app. Like, so yeah, just let it go. Just let it go. And like I said, Peach McIntyre was not is not the worst one on that app over there. And the narrative I feel like that app is pushing for our younger generation is very dangerous. I'm happy our younger generation is making a lot of money on that app as well. A lot of them are making money on that app. A lot of our young athletes are getting more out there because that app, the algorithm is easier to push than the IGGI app or FBBF app. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all get what I'm saying. So that algorithm is easier, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know. I want to say, ooh, can we come to a happy medium? But I don't think we can come to a happy medium with it. I think it's going to be time to let that app go. Um, for them to just go ahead and I guess I'm saying that too because for them to go ahead and ban Miss McIntyre, I feel like there are a lot of accounts that I have seen that I feel should have been banned. Um, the sexual behavior on that app is something serious. That app is, yeah, it's just something serious. And like I said, sitting on live all day to battle, but your community guidelines are changing that you don't want people begging, but you're okay with them. That's what battling is. They're just sitting there. They're just sitting there. They're not making any type of content. At least old Saucy Santana, he does entertain a little bit. He dances and stuff. But most of the time, they are just sitting there in their computer chairs, you know, those gaming chairs, ain't gaming. I guess battling, they feel like they gaming. And just and then it's like it should be studied because who the hell is in these chats? Saucy Santana will have 3,000 people in the chat, and people will be sitting there sending him gifts and everything for just sitting there. And I'm like, what is with the economy we live in? You gonna have to. That's just like people going to men or women going to the strip club. Girl, ain't nobody throwing any money. You finna do some tricks, pops, twirls. That booty better go like this. Who? Money where? Throwing ones to who? Not in this economy. We are not doing that. No. No, ma'am. You're going to have to do some type of flip or something. Let me see some type of trick or something. God, no. And that's just how it is. So I don't understand how people can sit on live and not do anything spectacular and people send them money. Now I can see you just engaging and having a conversation, but when you start thinking people should, because you're battling, send money and they're not doing anything, but you're okay with that $1,600 app because you're getting a portion of it. So you're okay. So long as you eating, you're fine with the BS that goes on your app. We get it. We get it. You're okay with it. Got it. You're okay. People, children in the background saying they're hungry. And this mom has been on the platform live for at least 4 to 5 hours. Children saying they're hungry. And that's okay. And I know all you little AI workers on the $1,600 app are picking it up. People will report the live. You got Shay, the Apple Store queen. Y'all know who she is. She lost her kids. Her kids were taken away from her. People were sending her money so she could get drunk on live every night. She would have 1,500 people in the room watching her get drunk. no furniture, no nothing in the house. Wouldn't utilize the money she was making from gifts or anything like that to do right by her children. And they kept pushing that narrative. This lady lost her children. The kids were not going to school. You should have banned her account, not let her happy hips go live. That's the people you should do. She still sit on live all day begging for alcohol with no drive, no ambition. And then, like I said, it needs to be studied because who the fools that's sending the money? Who are, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. It's sad. It's crazy. Thank y'all so much for being in here. Yeah, people with those small children being on that app and not stable, they look at them. It's just, it's hard to watch. I like to see the happy kids going to do happy things. And I know some people will say, well, that's real life. That's what's going on. No, 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 no. That's putting yourself in a position and exploiting yourself all for a dime to hope to go viral. That's not cool. If you okay, if I know people say, well, you shouldn't be ashamed of da da da. Yeah, girl, if you are in the projects with a dirty ass kitchen, you need to have some shame. Not shame that you're in the projects, but shame that you don't even have decency to keep your kitchen clean and have the nerve to pull out an iPhone and record the filth and post it on social media, then get mad when people in the comments talk about how dirty your kitchen is. Well, I'm just a mom struggling. Baby, they sell bleach at the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar, and Walmart. They sell it all there. And I know if you're sitting up here asking for CA, Cash App, for your kids to get their individual meals from Burger King, you can go ahead and swing by and get you a $1.50 thing of bleach. Stop playing. And a sponge. You could spend $5 at the Dollar Tree. Sponge, rag, whatever, and clean up, but you choose not to because you know social media is going to push that. So now your kids have to suffer so you can go buy lashes and wigs and sneakers so you can look like the best mom. Kids all have speech impediments. Kids all have, oh Lord, what you see on that platform is something serious. It needs to be studied. And then for them to say they have supporters. I know my supporters will help me. Huh? Who's supporting this foolishness? They won't even support the people in their neighborhood that need help. They won't even support the local nonprofit. But you're supporting somebody that is a crackhead, a drunk, not doing right by their children. No, that's wrong. We no. Mm-mm. It's crazy. And it's like you can't say the platform doesn't know because you have the option to report it. And after so many videos are reported, it should just be obvious to say, you know what? You can still post, but you will not make any money. You can bad none of that. Even if you want them to still be on social media, they're going to have to work for it. Do what YouTube does. You out of the program. 6 months. 6 months. Have some decency about yourself, some common sense. You getting all this mess? That's why I say if you need a dang on coach, a coach to work with you, a financial advisor and a coach, because half of these people never made that much money. You talking about somebody making, even the ones that's making 2,500 a month, 6,000 a month. That's the most money. They don't know what to do with it. They just buying bull crap, buying foolishness, not showing their kids a better life that they claim to have had or grew up with. It's crazy. Making all these damn babies. That Quay plus 8, 9, 10, whatever. making all those kids and thinking it's cute because she's pulling out the camera. I'm out here trying to create content for my children. What the hell? Who laid up with you and made all these damn children? First of all, where are they at? Second of all, your content is showing you struggling. So you're going to continue to show you struggling because you feel like that's how you're going to make your content. So you're not bettering your situation. You done been on that $1,600 app and done popped out 5 or 6 kids since you've been on social media, which I think she's really one of Peach's students. Since you've been on social media and you have not bettered yourself at all, which really makes me believe she's Peach's student. You guys are still receiving assistance. You guys are still living place to place. The kids do not have an adequate living space, but everyone wants to feel bad. No, you can't feel bad. She don't even do right with what you give her. If you're not providing adequate living space for your children, you can't be. Mm, mm, mm. They got to do better. They got to do better. They have to do better. But this is what social media likes to push. This is what they like to push. That foolishness, that narrative, the foolishness in the narrative. It's crazy. It is crazy. I don't know. Especially that app, like I said, that app. Now I see looking at it more, and I think because digging more into content. Like I said, with her getting her page banned was definitely like a eye opener. Because, like I said, do I agree with what she said? Absolutely not. Was it just, oh my God, yes. I wouldn't say anything like that. But for her to get her page banned and still for other content creators to be able to be on that same platform and the type of stuff they do, it kind of makes me understand what she was saying as far as another video she posted that $1,600 app does not promote unless they are getting a cut of it, which is business. Which is business. It's their app. They don't want you promoting other stuff. They don't want you promoting people to go to your website because that's taking them off of the app. They want people to stay on the app. They want people to purchase things from the $1,600 shop because they get a portion of it, and that's why, because they have the $1,600 shop and then they have the $1,600 creator shop where you can actually put your own physical products on there. You can put your own. And they just actually changed the return policy with it because, you put your stuff out there, you sell it, people. I mean, it's just a lot when you start having physical products and stuff and you're actually managing them. So, yeah, they don't want to promote pushing people off the app and stuff like that. But I'm going to go ahead and get off of here because I'm about to turn into the neighborhood and I don't need y'all to see none of the signs. So y'all have a good one. Make sure you like and subscribe.